A very good morning. It's 23rd of March, a Saturday, a beautiful Saturday morning here in Kuala Lumpur. It's episode 24. It's all about the Moomoo desktop app, and this is a sharing from me after using it for about 2 weeks now. And I must say it wasn't that easy to switch to a new trading platform and charting software. It's like moving from iPhone to Android or Android to iPhone. And of course for me, I was using TradingView before this, and now I'm getting used to Moomoo desktop app, and I'll share with you my thoughts on how this has been. If you're new to Moomoo and you would like to open an account, well, you can check the link in the description for my referral code. Moomoo is having some opening promotion until 31st of March 2024. You can check out the site. There's free Apple shares, there's free cash coupons to give away. For this video, I'll be covering the Moomoo desktop app and focusing primarily on the charts, but before that, I'll definitely have to cover the layout and navigation so you're familiar as to how to maneuver around the application. I'll teach you about how to create your own watch list, how to add stocks, remove stocks from the watch list, and I'll be focusing a lot on charting, how to make use of the chart, how to activate the indicators, and lastly the news and social. This is a platform for sharing and getting ideas from the rest and news as well. And finally, my wish list in terms of what are the features I expect and hope to see in the Moomoo desktop app. And these are things that I am currently using on TradingView. Maybe it's on the Moomoo desktop app, but I haven't figured out how to find it, so I'll be sharing those as well. So let's begin with the layout and navigation. I'm using my trusty AI buddy to point you to where it is on the screen. So Watchlist is where you create your own groups of stock. You can categorize them by your own definition. I've created several called US stocks, Bursa stocks for those in Malaysia, futures trading. So it's up to you. Or maybe you have some groups of stocks that's under a particular investment bank recommendation. You can group those as well. Next, right in the center will be the charts. So I'll be focusing on this later on during the walkthrough. So this is where you find your charts. On the right side of the screen, you will have the quotes, news, and the comments. Those are sharings from Moomoo users, and you can find me on Moomoo. I'm Rugen Trades on Moomoo as well. And right at the bottom here, we have the stock announcements, all news relating to the stock in terms of announcement or quarterly results or major announcements through the stock exchange will be here, and you can also immediately filter within the same category. For example, if you're searching Tesla, you can select stocks within the same sector as the EV sector, and that will be a very good way to find stocks within the same thematic play that you are interested in. So next, from the watch list, whichever stocks you have selected. So for me, I've selected Crocs. You will see the chart of Crocs in the middle, and on the right the quotes and pricing of Crocs. And you will notice this little tab here that's highlighted in blue. This will basically, when you click on it, it will toggle on and off the particular section of the page. So if you click on this, it will collapse the right, and you click on this button, it will collapse the announcement at the bottom. So you get one full screen of charts. So to activate it again, you just click to open the watch list. And when you switch, you can see how fast the transition of the charts and relevant information switches when you select a different stock. So that is how you navigate and toggle on and off the different panes within the entire layout. So that's pretty neat. So this is now I'm scrolling through the watch list I have created previously. So to create a new watch list, let's move on to this hamburger bar right here. Once you click on that, you will see all your existing watch list, and you can edit group, and this is where you add a group. This is a new group of watch list that you are interested in. So for this particular example, I'll just call it March 24, and you can see March 24 is 0 stocks in this group. So to add, basically just type in the ticker symbol, I'll key in Apple, and I'll key in Tesla as just an example. So just easily added 2 stocks in this group. So if you would like to remove a particular stock, just select it and click on delete. It is as simple as that. So now next we focus on the chart. So to maximize the chart, you just click on this button right here and we'll have a full screen of chart showing. You click to collapse and you click on it again to maximize. So for this example, I'm using Crocs as an example. On the left and right will be the price of the particular chart from, and on the top here, the blue diamonds, we will see, if you mouse over, you will see all the various key announcements that's related to this particular stock. So if you're interested, I think you can just click on it to see the details. And at the bottom, you will see the earnings release info, the summary. Once you toggle above, it will just pop up this window to show you the relevant details of the earnings by the company of your choice. So for this case, is for Crocs. So next we're going to talk about this line here. This will be the orange line is automatically there to show you the last closing price. It's close around 141, and this maroon line here is actually my average cost price. On the chart, if you use Moomoo to place orders, then you will see the B symbol. This when I bought the bought shares in this stock on Crocs. So in 3 days I've bought during the breakout. The breakout identified was 130, and I've made some small purchases, not a lot. Total now about 12 shares. So if you want to, you can change to the weekly chart. Earlier was the daily, so the weekly will give you the macro view about how this stock has performed over the years. Highest price all-time high was 183. It came from mid last year of around 70 plus to now breaking above 130, and that's when I made a purchase. So the average cost 134, percentage gain so far on paper 5%, and net gain is about $87. So going back to the daily chart, you can switch to the hourly chart and you can see how fast the refresh of the chart is. Again, at the hourly chart, you will see more zoomed in view, and you can see now there were 4 transactions made to buy, and these were the various prices. If you want to zoom into the 5-minute chart, you can do so. So it's a matter of your preference, whether it is your trading investment. You can zoom into the 5-minute charts if you are a shorter time frame trader. So next I'm going to show you this particular feature that will show you, basically show you 2 side-by-side charts, and both is on Crocs, but on the left will be the daily chart, and on the right will be the hourly chart. So you will notice when the crosshair will appear. So whichever days you're pointing on the daily chart, on the right you will see the same point in time for the hourly chart. So this is a pretty neat feature. Let's move on to now. Just the next item will be this brush here, which is the drawing tool. So clicking on it will just toggle on and off the drawing tool. So I will just leave it turned on because it doesn't really take much space on the screen. This is a comparison. So earlier I did select Nike as a comparison between these two companies, and the line above will also show you the changes in terms of, in this case is by month, 3 months, 6 months, so you get an idea about the performance of both stocks over the period that you've selected. So pretty neat function. So you can add multiple stocks. In this case, you can add those in the same sector. In terms of footwear, Crocs, Nike, you can add Lululemon, you can add Skechers, Birkenstock. So it's up to you to pick and choose. Of course, the more stocks, then there'll be more lines for you to maneuver around. So next, if you click on the book icon on the top right, you will be able to see the relevant details of the particular company. So you got company profile, the executives shareholding equity. So in this case for Crocs, you can see major shareholder will be BlackRock, Vanguard. So it's a pretty neat information. You got institutional shareholdings as well. So these are the details. So if you are into fundamental analysis, this will give you a very good high-level view about the relevant information. So this main comparison of the contributors to the company in terms of the brand, financial statement information, and dividend payout. So everything is readily available via the Moomoo app. So one thing, if you like to use Crosshairs, so you double click on your on your mouse or your touchpad and it will appear, and if you double click in, it will disappear. So this is a neat little trick to show, to turn on and turn off the crosshair. So now we're on the daily chart of the Crocs. So one interesting thing that you will see for Moomoo is it will automatically show the highest price based on this time frame in the chart and the lowest price. If you zoom out to a longer time frame, then the chart will automatically show the highest point again, and the lowest point now is at the bottom left. So it's a pretty neat, very fast. It will automatically update and refresh to show you the high and low based on the time frame you are looking at in the chart. Next, we're going to move on to the horizontal lines. So if you are a person who loves charts, definitely be drawing horizontal lines. So as easy as just selecting that tool there and selecting the location, and after that you can just move up and down according to the price point you want to set your horizontal line as. So if you want to change color, there's of course the option to do so. And next we're going to talk about the trend line. So trend line is similar. You can draw trend lines like this, and it can just move the line accordingly or change color as well. So this Crocs is a very interesting one. Is broke below the downtrend line. It has been continuously up. This one is around end of last year, November, and since then it's been really flying. Crocs has been on the move. Let me draw another horizontal line just to tell you my thinking. A quick snapshot. The previous resistance was around this 130 area. So once it broke the 130 price, I went long. I basically bought a couple of shares to trade in Crocs. And now let's move on to this. You can select different various shapes to draw in your chart. So if you think, let's say you want to draw this price range as the consolidation price, you can draw the box and of course change color and even change the thickness of the line. So this is to indicate the rectangle box. Next, we're going to look at another feature in the Moomoo app. Before that, let me just remove all the other lines I've drawn to make the chart look cleaner. I'm going to move on to another neat function within the Moomoo app, which is this, the date and price range. So this is useful to give you indication how much of a movement the stock has been. So you select that and you can see, for this period, 140 days, the stock has gone up $70 or 96%. And this was since probably November last year until March. So that's just about 4 months, over 4 months. Nice move up. Of course, it has its ups and downs, but so far with the breakout, so there's expectation that with such strong momentum there could be continued upside. Similarly, you can also draw another example from the previous high of 151. It came down all the way to about $70, and you can exactly draw the price and the date range. So next we're going to look at the zooming in feature. So if you're interested in looking at the charts zoomed into that area, there's this magnifying glass right up on top here at the drawing tool. Once you select that, you can highlight this portion and voila, you can zoom in to that particular time frame. And next we will move on. Let's zoom out again. Next to the magnifying glass, there's this icon here. Once you select that, it will give you different information for the same time period. So you highlight it, and let's put this to the center. You will see the start end date and how many candles in this time frame you selected, the high price, low price, volume, turnover, number of rise, number of falls, and yin and yang, which I'm not familiar, but it's a mirror of the rise and fall number. So it's if you're into numbers and you know how to make use of these information, then it'll be useful for you. So moving along, we'll be looking at the indicators. So at the bottom left part here, you'll see all the indicators I've set up for myself, and then you've got this item called Manage Indicators. So once you click on the Manage Indicators, it will list down on the left there. These are all the ones that I have activated for my chart. So the red color minus symbol will basically remove that indicator from my trading view. And at the bottom, this is where you can search and add other indicators which you use. So the green plus button, those are the ones available for you to add to your chart. So it's pretty straightforward, so it's up to your preference which indicators you are used to. Functions I haven't explored, but this is just to show you that there is more options to customize what you can do on your charts. I'll probably explore more in the upcoming future, but for now let me just show you how to add indicator. If I want to add on balance volume, I just search for it and click the plus sign, and that's done. Very simple. So let's quickly walk through some of the indicators. The VWAP, so VWAP is only useful normally at the lower time frame, so I'll change to the 5-minute chart. You'll see the VWAP. So price trading above VWAP, it's always good. If you are short-term trading, intraday trading, scalping, this is what you'll be using. If you're into Keltner channel, you just moving average, you can activate the moving average and you can play around the setting. I'll change to the daily chart, and let me remove the earlier lines that's drawn. And yep, So the current moving average showing is the 200-day moving average, and I've added in the 20-day and the 50-day. So if you are familiar, you are used to seeing charts, this is what you would like to see: the 20 above the 50 above the 200. Always a good sign and giving you assurance that it's an uptrending stock. So what is next? So next is the Keltner channel. If you're into it, you can make use and customize the settings for yourself, and the EMA. Then you can turn on and turn off based on the various settings available, and you can customize that. This is the on balance volume at the bottom, MACD. Yep, just zooming in so you can see clearer. And the RSI is showing the momentum of the stock, and you can toggle on the volume as well, and the ATR, the average true range. So all this is neatly placed at the bottom. So I like to keep my chart simple. Normally I just look at RSI, MACD. If it's scalping, probably leave up as well. And the last item I'll be talking from the charts is actually adding alerts. Now this is very useful, especially if you have the mobile app as well, so it will trigger an alert on your phone. So the alert, you can set so many different options here. If the price rises to a certain price or falls to a certain price, or based on volume, turnover. So these are the various options available. You can play around with them, or even based on indicators as well. So it will alert you if it hits some of these options that, if you're familiar, then you can turn it on, or you can experiment under what condition they will trigger. So these are all very useful, especially if you are not a full-time trader. They will alert you so that you don't have to look at your phone or screen every time and worry about whether will a big move suddenly be made without you knowing. So this is an example of setting alerts. So now we've completed the charts portion of the app. I'm moving on to the last section, which is on the quotes, news and comments. So quotes is basically, now the market is closed, so you will not see live any movement to the bid and ask. But basically this to when the market is active or live, you'll be able to see the various price quotes available. And the center option here is the news, so you can just double click on any of these. This is a recent one that, if I'm not wrong, this is under Bank of America, that there was a buy call with target price of 150. So in Moomoo there is an active social platform, and there's a lot of comments from various users. So just scrolling through for Crocs. So this is my initial comment on Crocs on 16th of March, where I'm saying I'm adding this to my watch list and plan to enter once it breaks 130. So as it break 130, I posted that I bought a couple of shares, target price 164, stop 112. And then the more recent one is to talk about why I selected this stock. So basically the stock idea came from stock charts. So you can follow stock charts on YouTube. They have a very good daily episode called Final Bar, but this particular episode was top 10 actionable charts in March. So going through, they covered 10 stocks. I was intrigued by Crocs. I did my own little research and decided to buy based on the breakout as well. So this is me. I'm also Regan Trades on Moomoo. And finally, for the last section of my video, I know this is a pretty long one, but I'm just showing my trading view, some features which I use almost every time I use trading view. I will use this function. If you double click on the right side where the price, the chart will automatically be aligned to fit the frame of the screen or the section of the chart. So let's say if you go to a 15-minute chart and you are just moving along the chart, let's say you overextend the top, you are zoom in and you want to get back to the full view, you just double click on the price and it will basically resize to fit exactly the the frame of the chart itself. Another thing I observed, I didn't show earlier, but I remember seeing on Moomoo, when you put the horizontal line, you can only see the horizontal line on certain time frames. So if you put it on the daily time frame, I think you can see on the hour, if I'm not mistaken, maybe even 15 minutes. But if you go to a lower time frame, the line will not appear. But on TradingView, regardless of which time frame you're looking at, once you put the horizontal line, even if you go to the 1 minute chart, it will also appear in the chart as well. So I think this is necessary, because if you are putting key support resistance, it doesn't matter which time frame you're looking at. If it's at the 1 minute time frame nearing the horizontal line, then you would want to see them as well. Another thing I haven't figured out on Moomoo is drawing rectangles. I personally like the way TradingView shows rectangles, because it's rather than just outline, it is shaded in the center, so it's like a cloudy shade, and it is, I think, more easier for the eye to view, and it looks much nicer, especially on the dark mode. The white clouded shaded area will be very visible, but yet not too intrusive. So that is something I hope it will be available. And also another thing is for Fibonacci retracement. On TradingView, you will see the various levels, the numbers as well, the percentage, and also easy to see when it's different color. So this is the TradingView Fibonacci retracement. If I move to Moomoo, let me show the rectangle first. So this is what I was saying, it's just outline, it's not shaded, so it's a bit hard to pick up the shaded area or the selected area that you want to highlight. So that is for the rectangle. And for the Fibonacci retracement, this is how it looks like. No numbers, just what you call that, just lines. Maybe I'm doing this wrong, but something I've yet to figure out how to do. Oh, and before I forget, there's another item that I would like to highlight, basically a difference between TradingView and Moomoo. So on Moomoo, if you put the horizontal line, it's you can't really tell exactly at what price point the line is at, because there's no indication. Like this is between 131 and 133. Now if I switch to TradingView, let me remove the Fibonacci retracement, and you see the yellow line, that's my horizontal line. I can move it to whichever point, and the yellow highlighted number is actually the price of where the horizontal line is. So wherever I move it, it will appear, so I'm very clear exactly to the two decimal point exactly what's the price point. So that's all my sharing for the Moomoo desktop app. This is me sharing my 2 weeks worth of experience using it. I am loving it so far. So if you love this video, please give it a thumbs up, and if you have not subscribed, do consider subscribing to support my channel so I can bring you more videos like this. Thank you for watching, and have a great trading week ahead.